Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona, folks. Today we have got our final road course of the series. Watkins Glen International. We were able to win at Sonoma just a couple weeks back. I don't know if we can do that here. I have practiced. I did the same thing I did at Sonoma where I did the qualifying to see where we were at, and it looks like those cars are definitely a lot faster at Watkins Glen than they are at Sonoma. So I'm going to get out here, do some practicing. Hopefully we can get it together. I mean, we're pretty consistent, and that might be our biggest winner right here is consistency, because you never know what happens with the other cars around us, and we could get a win simply by cars in front of us having bad races. So anyway, though, we'll get out there, do a little bit of practice, and we will see you at qualifying. It's kind of disheartening when you have your best lap ever, and it's half a second slower than Ricky Rudd and Tony Stewart's lap. That's what I got in practice. I actually went to the default setup instead of the advanced setup, and I was able to really smoke it around the track quickly. So, it may turn out okay. We're not going to win the pole, but we may be in a lot better position than I was thinking in the race itself. All right, here we go. Qualifying lap is underway. See if I can downshift a second just to help us slow down a little more there. I'm out just fine. I want to take a high angle here, cut it in. That's always been my biggest problem. We did all right. Shift it so that we get some grip. And through the S's at a good clip. And it's basically right before the 500 that I slow down. That's just, well, I didn't turn there. That was on me. But I was about to say that's just, for me, a very safe place to brake. I could push it, and I could probably downshift in a second, but then you're worried about losing control going through the bus stop, and is it worth potentially wrecking the car over when you can just do it a little bit farther, back up the corner a little bit, and be okay. Well, I dicked it in a little deep there, but we're fine. Lap overall feels pretty good. Up into the third. Car under control. And it's, well, I was actually slower than my last one, but it's about a second slower than second place. I don't know where that's going to put us, but 115s are good for me. I like being in the 115s. Well, there you go. Fifth place. It's not bad at all. We can run those laps. That wasn't my best lap ever. We actually had damage to the front left. I had clipped the wall coming out of the second to last turn on the warm-up lap. I didn't think I did. It didn't actually show me hitting it, but I saw the damage on the front left when we came out of that corner. I was like, okay, well, that's fifth place. Great. Good start. We got John Andretti, definitely a good road course racer. Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Ricky Rudd, the usual suspects, as it were. And, well, we've got a fast car. We've got a stable car, which makes it even better. So let's get out there and let's challenge these guys, see if we can't get in front of them, or at least run a good race so that we are around them and able to do well. That's all I care about.
Welcome to the Finger Lakes region of New York State and Watkins Glen International. This world-famous road course leads drivers through a fast 2.5-mile twisting 12 turns. With banking ranging from 6 to 10 degrees in the corners and great elevation changes, one always has to be alert in order to conquer Watkins Glen.
I'm not going to talk during this first part. Hold on.
Car left. All clear. Car left. All clear.
All right, now we just have to get through the bus stop, and so does everybody else. Braking way early here. Robbie Gordon did not. He caught me quite a bit, which is fine as long as he didn't run into me.
The yellow's out.
I guess that's how that goes. Not everybody got through the bus stop. I've noticed that that is a pretty common occurrence on restarts. So, we're clean. We're still in 5th. We'll take it. Would be single file restarts after the caution. I'll have news for you on who the caution was by. Evan Howard and Mike Mack caused the caution.
There's the green flag.
I don't know why. It appears that Mark Martin pits. I didn't even realize he did, but we're in 4th place, so that's something.
Car left.
Maybe going to be in 5th again. I don't
Clear
know.
left.
I don't know. That went well. Actually, that went very well. Stick with them. Stick with them. Stick with them. I always like to downshift before I get into that corner just because, you know, I'll say it like I've said it before. RPMs. Slower torque on the tires. More control.
Still there. Clear left.
We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. We don't got it. We got a little help from Ricky Rudd. He went sideways. Is he? Yeah, he's gone. That's going to bring out a caution. It's weird how somebody running... Well, I don't know if it is, but it's weird how somebody running in the back end of... Yeah, the back end of me wrecked himself. That's something else. All right, so 2 green... Not even 2 green flag laps. Did I say Evan Howard and Mike Mack caused the caution the previous one? Because they did. This one, I'm not taking fault for... Well, I was a little out of control. He hit us. I mean, is that my fault? I mean, he hit us, and he lost it. So, we have no damage other than some scratches on the back end. He was kind of almost helping us around, and we managed to correct it, and he lost it. So, win-win for us. Ricky Rudd is out of the picture. We'll be back after this caution.
Get set. The race is going green.
Here we go again. Let's try to finish a lap, guys. Just throwing that out there. We've got, take a look at that in a minute. Why? I'm gonna get smacked. No way. How did I not get hit? That's incredible. Okay. Well, I don't know how we lost it like that either, but we did.
All right.
Oh, geez. We are... I don't know if the rear end damage is making us just super loose. I know getting back end damage does do that, but... we should be all right here. Just kind of get it under control. If we could just get a dang lap in, we'd be okay. I think it's right around the time we get up to this next corner.
The yellow's out.
Well, we will actually be pitting this time because we're going to have 3 laps left at the line. So we'll come around, have 2 left in the tank, so we'll pit. Because when we come around... Yeah, all right.
Pace car is out.
We have literally not gotten to run a single green flag full lap yet. Unbelievable.
Get set. The race is going green. There's the
Mike
green
Hovel
flag.
and Brian McCabe, the 2 that brought out the caution. We did get out in front of all of the cars who pit. Now we've got 9 cars in front of us that we want to hopefully get in front of.
Car left.
Don't need to do it all at once. Burt Bush up here, he's not, he's usually no slouch, but I still have to, you know, pay attention to everybody else around me, while also trying to put a gap between us and the other cars that went into the pit with us, because the more cars we can put between us and them, the better we are off overall.
Still there. Clear left.
Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Woo, that was luck. We'll take it every time. All right. Now, did everybody else get through? Oh my goodness, we almost ran right into Labani, and it's just because that was the line we were on too, so that was terrifying. Got a bit of a gap between us and the cars behind us, which is nice. There we go. I don't know why I shifted. I can't get around that corner if my RPMs are too low. Oh wow. I didn't even downshift because I didn't want to lose it. I actually outbroke him through the bus stop. That was pretty awesome. Did not expect that to happen. Here we go. We got it. That was scary for a second there. We're good. Now it's time for us to try to... Well, we are fast. I mean, but we're not getting... You know what it is? It's just like Daytona. These cars, the leaders, I mean, they're not slow, obviously. We're not just flying up on Atwood, but... Whoa. Pay attention. But we're also... They're not... It's... In Daytona, they qualify so well, but we're able to drive up to the front eventually. This is similar. Of course, in Daytona, we're using the draft, and that's how we're getting that extra speed. But for them, it's like they don't need the draft for the extra speed. In this race, you know, they were 1:14.5 was the best lap, I think. We were slower than that. And but now that we're on the track, we're gaining on Atwood. Now, granted, Atwood wasn't one of the leaders. And the leaders are probably all caught up in traffic right now as Tony Stewart's back there. He was one of the leaders. He's almost 10 seconds back now, and you can only imagine it's because he's caught up in some traffic or was caught up in traffic and has worked his way through. We'll keep an eye on his progress, but you know, it's possible that we are a fast car. We're able to do what we need to do here. Hopefully. Hopefully.
That was a great lap.
That was a good lap. It wasn't a great lap. It was a good one, though. Nope, I overdrove it. I was trying. I'm trying to find the best state that I can go through the S-curves in, and that was not it. So, oh well. We are doing decent in the bus stop, which, you know, much like any other major part of the track, is a challenge. So it's nice that we were able to do fairly well through the bus stop there. We did gain on, and yeah, Tony Stewart is gaining on us quite a bit, though. 8 seconds back now, so he's gained a second and a half in the last couple of laps. He is very fast. But we are gaining on Atwood, so if we can get in front of Atwood, that's just another car he needs to get around before he gets to us. What do we got? Oh, not one. 9. Ooh, close. A little squirrely there, but we came out of it all right. There we go. Caught right up to him now. Can I get to him before this or through the corner here? It's possible. It's quite possible. This is a passing spot for me.
Clear right.
There we go. Leading at Watkins Glen, and legitimately. I mean, this is a legitimate leading, which is kind of awesome. Tony Stewart lost a second that lap.
The yellow's out.
And the caution comes out. I mean, it's not great.
Pace car's out.
Actually, it's not great at all because although we're in the lead, we have all these cars now that are going to be right up on us. Not happy about that. 28 to go. We've got 9 in the tank. We'll stay out, and we'll see you after yet another caution.
Get set. The race is going green. There's
All right, let's see what we can do. Actually, starting one of these in the lead. Trying to figure it. There we go. Did all right going through there. Not great as he caught us on the exit, but all right. That wasn't terrible. It's every corner, especially against Stewart, who is faster than us. There we go. Get through here safely. And can we get a good drive off is the question. We did all right there. We did all right. I screwed that up bad. All right. All right. We are just sort of going to cruise through the rest of this run. And although we haven't had a ton of content with all the cautions, we do need to do a speed up here. Probably, especially since the second half of this race might be a lot more exciting. So we're going to go ahead and speed things up. We'll get back to you on the mic when we are pitting for our second time of the race.
Out.
Well, Mark Martin, I slowed down and stayed on the inside to get out of everyone's way because my back end is so messed up and so loose. Totally changed the whole car from Tony Stewart running into us, and Mark Martin blasts into us, loses control, hits the wall. Caution comes out. We'll pit under caution. We only had 2 laps left in it anyway. And then we'll take it from there. I could barely drive the car after Tony Stewart ran into our back end. It was so bad. So we'll pit now, and we'll be back with you after the caution.
Get set. The race is going green. There's the
Here we
green
go.
flag.
We were the first car off of pit road. But there's 15 cars that did not pit that are in front of us. And they all have to pit at least one more time. Well, they all have to pit one more time. So do we. So
All clear.
try to get between me, or try to get some of these cars between me and the eventual second place car, which is Sterling
All
Marlin.
right.
That's my goal here.
All clear.
Also need to put on the brakes early here. Early. And we did.
Still there.
Whoop. Whoop. There we go. We got through it. Now will we get through? Well, I think we actually got hit a little in the back end. Looks a little scuffed. Well, it didn't show up, so we're fine. Oh, it might be scuffed still from the Tony Stewart contact earlier in the race. I can't fix it all the way there. Oh, looks like no caution yet. That's good. That means we can actually...
Still there.
Wow, jeez. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. And Sterling Marlin is right behind me. Suck. All right.
The yellow's out.
Or it doesn't matter. Or it does not matter. Just run our lap and pace the field. I feel like those guys are all going to pit. In fact, if we're under 15 laps or under 13 laps left, which I don't think we are. I don't know how many laps are left. 16, so 15 at the line, which means that there will be 14 when we... Yeah, we'll pit. We'll pit. It should be our last pit because it's going to be 14... There'll be 15 at the line, and then it'll be 14 when we pit. And we can definitely save a lap. So that's what we'll do. Well, we can save a lap as long as there aren't cautions. I should say that.
Still there.
Because cautions, somehow, you don't save laps with. I don't understand how that all happens, but okay.
All clear.
Why am I driving like a crazy man if it's about to be a caution, or I'm about to go on pit road? Just because I didn't want to get run over by Sterling Marlin.
Pace car's out.
And as you can see, Marlin is right behind Steve Park now. Boom. All right, we will pit, and it should be the last time. Terry Labonte, Owen Justice involved in it, but hopefully this is the last pit we have to make, and we will be able to run out the rest of the race. All right, here we go.
Going green. There's the green flag.
I'm not sure. We may be able to save the laps we need to. We'll find out.
All clear.
We're not going to look at anything right now. Of course,
Car left.
as we are just trying to stay in one piece coming through the pack early on. Ooh.
Car left.
Oh, right. Oh, I just heard somebody else. Oh my goodness. Big hit on the wall behind us. Was that
All clear.
Blaney, I think. Hit that wall hard. Get down to second gear to make sure we're able to whoa it up enough to not get run over or run into anybody. Oh, then I went high though. That could work out for us.
The yellow's out.
Oh my goodness, folks. Well, now we don't have to worry about it because we're going to go in and get our fuel. We'll go get our fuel and not worry one bit about the
All clear.
how many laps we need. That's just how that'll go. Stewart up in front of us just a little bit. It's not, none of it matters, but because we'll be right on him when we go into the pit. All right, we'll pit. We'll be back.
Get set. set. The race is going green. There's the
All
green
right.
flag.
We have got 10 to go at the line. We're in 13th. Everyone else did a gas and go as well. So here's where we're just going to try to skis up some positions if we can, but also keep it as safe as we can so we don't wreck the car. We've done a good job all day keeping it clean for the most part. Tony Stewart accident was one where we didn't do well, but he's up in front of us, so no harm there for him overall.
All right.
Of course, this area here, I'm going to get on the brakes really early, so I'm going to move over here.
Car left.
That's why. Because I didn't want Labonte to run through us going into... I can't see anything. Oh.
Car left.
Well,
Clear left.
Labonte did what he did to Junior, and Junior is upside down, so we'll move up a few spots and pace again. I'd like to actually, because I'm going to be staying out, I'd like to get in front of Burton.
All right.
Would have been awesome to get in front of Jarrett too, but I didn't think we could pull that without it being too risky. I lied.
All clear.
There we go. All right.
Cars out.
We can definitely get in front of these two, so feel good about that. Of course, we've got like Gordon and them up there too, so we've got some time, but laps are winding down as we have caution number 9. That's going to be 20 laps. Dale Earnhardt Jr. run into hard by Bobby Labonte. We chose to be safe, and we got out of his way, and it ended up working out in our favor. We'll see you after this caution. All right, those cars that I had to pass pit. Sterling Marlin is on pit road behind the pace car. Not sure what that's for, but that puts us into 4th place here. And if we are good, we could be in 2nd place. Okay, that was a little risky, but we got it. Okay, we're going to have to battle with Gordon. We're not going to get that. We can get it later. 3rd place right now, looking good. We have a shot, folks, to potentially get the win at this track. It's just a matter of passing at the places that we can pass. We gotta also pay attention here, because this isn't just a free pass zone, but if we're on his side, we can crowd him. Nope, he got it. Never mind. We'll definitely get him here. We have a great run here.
The yellow's out.
Oh,
Clear right.
seriously, though.
Car left. All clear.
All right, we're in 2nd place. Just stack them back up, and we'll be back after caution number 10 is over.
Get set. The race is going green. There's the green flag.
Got 4 laps to go at the line here. Maybe, just maybe, pump the brakes, get the lead. But we got to keep it now, and that's the other part that makes it not so easy. All right, that wasn't so bad. All right. Woo. Whoa, yeah. We got a bit of a drive away here. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Wait, the car just kind of got loose and just then went straight instead of turning. So, oh well. Stewart's going to be right back on us in a heartbeat now, I bet. I will say that when you go off track in Heat 5, it slows you down quite a bit no matter what you're going off track on. On here, the sand is death. Like, you hit the sand and you basically stop and then you can't get out of it. All right. We have completed 1 lap, and we are in the lead. 3 left. Trying to give as much RPM as I can coming out of there. That didn't go so well. Well, at least we were able to correct it, but our exit's going to be bad, and Stewart's going to catch us quite a bit here. Pushing it maybe a little too hard, huh? It's all right. We are doing okay here, folks. We are doing okay. Hang on to it. There we go. Wow. I mean, we've driven away from Gordon, Wallace, and Burton, but Stewart obviously is he's the one. I'm pushing it as hard as I possibly can. Leave it down here in third gear instead of going to fourth. Or going to second, I mean. Oh my goodness, we got in the 114s for the first time ever, folks. 114.777. Is that going to be the luck for us? The 777 with 2 laps left. We're going to go sideways. We're going to lose it a bit, and that's not great, but maybe we can make up for it in these S's here. Here comes Ricky Rudd coming off a pit road in front of Tony Stewart. And is that going to have implications to the gap between us and Stewart, as Ricky Rudd is now in front of Tony Stewart? And he has got to find a way around him if he wants to get back to trying to compete with me. And we have all of a sudden pulled out to a 2-second lead. Let's not lose the car, as we are almost coming to 1 to go. Now, Ricky Rudd is no slouch. He was a leader in the race. In fact, he had the fastest lap time. I think it's like a 14.2 or something. 1:14.2. So, I feel like him being there shouldn't hinder too much, but if it does, yay. We got other cars on pit road too, as we come down for the final time. See if we can just be smooth with this one. Just smooth here. Hey, up on the grass a little. That's not smooth, but we're all right. Fourth gear to hold the car in place. That's okay. Come out of here doing about the normal speed we do. 1 7-second lead. There we go. Two seconds as we've got 2 turns left at Watkins Glen for the final time. The potential for us to win, not only win, but win with a completely clean car. Look at that, folks. Not a mark on it. That is its own triumph. We take turn number 12, and we go down the front stretch for the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it, and we got the fastest lap of the race. I thought it was a 14.2, but it must have been a 14.9. Unbelievable race by the 151 Toyota Camry team. We have beaten Watkins Glen. Your final over here, top 5, Tony Savoy, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Burton. Tony Savoy already in first place in the standings. We didn't actually widen the lead. We're still at 225 points in front of Tony Stewart because Tony Stewart led the most laps in that race or had pole position. Whichever it was, it gave him 180 points, and we had 180 points as well. But we maintained a 225-point lead over second place Tony Stewart. With that, we are done with our road course racing for the season. We won at both road courses, and both of them were first time for us, so it was pretty awesome. I really think that we should have won at Sonoma a lot sooner. Just circumstances messed us up, but we were never really close to winning at Watkins Glen, so for it to come out that way, That was just awesome, and I'm really happy that it worked out that way in the final, and that we had to race the best car that was on the track with us, which was Tony Stewart, and we beat him head-to-head, which was even better. We got Michigan International Speedway next. We've had such poor luck. I won't say luck. It's been a lot of me, but I have been a poor driver, along with mechanical issues in the old Chevy. But we've removed the issues with the Chevy, and now we're sitting here with the Toyota, and we're doing very well as we have won at multiple tracks since taking that car over. Next episode, Michigan. We are inching closer and closer to the end of this series, and we have a lead for the championship. So, folks, I'd like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.